You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White sports supporters. Well, I saw this story, and I got to be honest with you. All the people that were so surprised by it, I sat back and went, it sort of makes some sense to me. And look, I understand the history, and we'll talk about the Belichick Jets thing, and I understand the history going back and all of that. My question would be, if you are a Jets fan today, all right, just take a step back and look at what your organization has been for years. If I was a Jets fan, I would be furious that Woody Johnson did not at least interview Bill Belichick. And I don't give a rat's ass about the history there. I don't. Are you wanting the organization to become stable and become a winner? And your organization needs a douching badly, all right, in how things are handled. Well, I mean, look, there's no bigger carrier of vinegar and water than Bill Belichick. He'd have cleaned that organization right on out and given them something they greatly needed, which is stability. And if I'm a Jets fan, I would not be happy today. If Bill Belichick really reached out to the Jets about their coaching job and Woody Johnson couldn't get past the emotion of old things that won't die from 25 years ago, well, that's just another big black eye for Woody Johnson. And if I was a Jets fan, I'd be pissed. The one thing we know, I made a video not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, in fact, about exactly how much Bill Belichick admires Aaron Rodgers. And the fact that, I think he would have liked to have coached Rodgers. You look at the personnel on the Jets team right now and tell me, especially on defense, tell me Bill Belichick and the Jets don't win 10 games next year if he's the coach. Because I believe they do. Maybe more. Maybe win the AFC East. All right? There's going to be no person that's going to be able to put a better game plan together, at least defensively and situationally. All those things would immediately improve with Bill Belichick. So I saw this story. Everybody's calling bullshit except, and I was like, yeah, it might be. Until we got a second source that came out and confirmed it not too long ago out of New York. So this happened, folks. The Jets could have had a bad Bill. Only 2 days after Bill Belichick was introduced as the next head coach at North Carolina, multiple reports have emerged that Belichick personally reached out to the New York Jets about its vacancy. This is Florio. I mean, honestly, seriously. Quote, this is what happened right here. Now, mind you, Belichick had criticized Woody Johnson not too long ago because of firing Robert Saleh, which, by the way, a lot of people around the league thought was crap. A bad move. And how did it work out for the Jets? You should have waited the season out because things got a whole lot worse once Robert Saleh hit the bricks. And I don't know that Saleh's the guy. And I don't think he probably was the right guy. But it certainly didn't help firing him the way they did. And obviously, they lost the team over it. Quote, that's kind of what's been happening there at the Jets. They barely won over 30% in the last 10 years, Belichick said on the Manning cast during the Bills-Jets game. The owner being the owner, just ready, fire, and aim. So fire first, aim second. But the point that Bill's trying to make right there with that comment is they're making nonsensical decisions in New York with the Jets, the ownership. Well, this came out right here, folks. This is Connor Hughes of SNY, and he confirmed Diana Rossini's report. I can confirm that what Diana Rossini said. She's the one that reported that Belichick's camp reached out to the Jets. Well, he confirmed it. Belichick's camp reached out to the Jets to express interest, gauge reciprocal interest in their head coaching position. No formal interview. And even Connor Hughes says, still stunned at this, a great scoop by Diana. Important note on the New York Jets coaching search, this is going to be thorough. It is not thorough enough to interview the greatest head ball coach of all time. That's not being as thorough as I would like if I was a fan. They understand they have the right. They have to get this right. You'll see them talk to assistants, those with experience, etc., when timing permits. They will then make a decision after talking to all, identifying perfect candidate. Not going to be rash or knee-jerk hiring process. They're going to do this the right way. Are they? Are they? Do we buy it? Yeah, these people are saying, please talk to Gruden. The Jets seriously didn't interview him. Question mark. I mean, come on. This is what Rossini had said. The Jets were stunned to learn that Belichick at one point was interested in their vacant head coaching job. Rossini noted a very small circle of people in the Jets organization were aware of Belichick's interest, but no meeting or formal conversation ever happened when he met with North Carolina officials. It's unlikely the Jets actually would have entertained hiring Belichick if he were still available. His deal with North Carolina is 5 years, $50 million. And we all know, of course, Parcells picked Belichick, and we know how that went down, and we know he ended up with the Patriots. That was like January 4th, 2000. And the Jets, I mean, you had a little run with Rex and Mark Sanchez, and what has it been since? Jets fans, Geno Smith and Sam Darnold are now good starting quarterbacks. You had them both, and the organization blew it. Sam Darnold is an MVP candidate right now. And the Seattle Seahawks may end up winning the NFC West with Geno Smith. And the organization messed it up. I mean, this is where I don't care what happened 25 years ago. If I'm a Jets fan, and I'm not, but if I am, I'm looking at my roster right now going, I got Sauce, I got Garrett, I got Devontae, I got Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, Aaron may be done, but we don't know that. I mean, who knows, right? I've always said the most dangerous combination in sports in the NFL is Super Bowl winning coach, Super Bowl winning quarterback. Belichick and Aaron Rodgers check both those boxes. Don't think it can be deadly? Look at the Steelers right now. Everybody thought Russell was done. Hooked him up with Mike Tomlin, and they're right in it, the thick of it. And nobody's going to want to play them. I saw this and was like, I've got to make a video because if I'm a Jets fan, and look, I would love to see Gruden get that job. Hell, I'd even like to see Rex come back and get that job just because both guys exhibit some kind of stability and they at least have some core philosophies that they can bring into the organization to try to stabilize it. But the mother effer, the big effer of all philosophers is Bill Belichick. And he had interest in the coaching job. You didn't think it was wise to interview the greatest football coach of all time when the organization has been a dumpster fire for how many years? Man, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm mad as hell right now. I'm long forgot about back in 2000 and Belichick skirting. Belichick had real interest, and your owner said, nah, we're not going to do it. Well, because everything else you've done has worked out so well. Woody Johnson. Wow. I mean, and I wasn't going to do a video on this. The Diana Rossini thing, I was like, well, that's one person. I haven't heard it anywhere else. Didn't hear it from Seth Wickersham. None of that. Then Connor Hughes confirmed it. And I was like, oh, okay, so this shit was real. Wow. I mean, unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Just just keep being bad, I guess. I don't know. That's wild. It's wild. You owe it to your fan base to put personal feelings aside. Do you want to win division titles? Do you want to be in the Super Bowl hunt? Do you or do you not? That's an easy question. From where I stand, you do not. By the way, this goes the same for the New York Giants right now, too. I'm shocked. I'm shocked Bill Belichick is not getting that Giants job. And that Brian Daboll and Joe Shane, off the ghost of Hard Knocks, and Saquon Barkley haven't already hit the bricks either. God almighty. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Yeah, the Rhodes rants in me came out on this. I just, it's appalling. I mean, it is. Look, I like Belichick a lot. I do. I mean, he's old school, and I appreciate that. But if you're an organization that has failed this much, what does it hurt? Raiders too, by the way. It's crazy. By the way, North Carolina, I bet they win 9 games next year. By the second year, they're in the college football playoff. Just throwing that out there. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.